Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is B. Xing Yan. My ID is 9911090150120001. I'm a student in OUMH1303. My course is OUMH1303, English for Oral Communication. The type of my speech is informative. The topic of my presentation is education. Today, I will be talking about the philosophy of education in Malaysian context, with the aim to acknowledge you guys about the importance of philosophy in educational field. I have chosen this topic because we are living in a world of variation, where staying up to date is a key factor of success either in social life, professional life, or whatsoever. The same is the case with the educational system. Importance of education can never be denied in any field, especially in science technology. New researches and everyday innovation has set certain standards to measure the success of any nation. One of the important factors that need to be addressed is that either we are a qualified nation according to the world's notion of success. We will try to cover this topic later, but for now, let's have a brief introduction to the whole topic. As far as my topic is concerned, first of all, I will discuss the viewpoints of different writers on education, then importance of education and the basic difference between knowledge and the education. Secondly, philosophy, educational philosophy, and aim of educational philosophy. And the last, we will be discussing the role educational philosophy in the Malaysian context. So let's proceed. According to Jones, education is all about acquiring information and inspirational suggestions which cause the individual to think and act along proper lines. Education is a fundamental learning process with the basic aim of preparing an individual either for the general life or any large purpose such as profession or any trade. Education is merely a bridge of hope and contentment. As far as human beings are concerned, a man cannot live on his own. He needs the availability of certain resources for his existence, and one of them is knowledge. In ancient times, even with an availability of educational institutes, man was capable to make shelter for themselves, even he was capable of growing food and reproducing. How it could be when there was not concept of education? Well, it was because of knowledge. With the evolution of time, humans begins found the needs for formal education. In this regard, different educational institutes were established. Moreover, different policies were made for the betterment of the existing educational system. But a question arises. Is there any difference between knowledge and education? Well, to most people, both words are synonymous, but I believe there is a borderline between them as a person could be knowledgeable even without having any education. The first main difference between knowledge and education is knowledge is something that one can gain with the experience of his personal life and age, where education is something that one learns from books or via any proper channel, which may or may not be under experience. Even a child could be more knowledgeable as compared to an adult. Secondly, one should go through a proper educational scenario such that enrollment, evaluation, etc. to be called educated. However, knowledge can be gained without any proper system. The process remains active even with a subconscious state of mind. The term philosophy is obtained from Greek terminology, which means love for the passion of knowledge. Its study revolves around the fundamental question of human existence, values, language, knowledge, or other questions which often cause problems to be resolved. Education is nothing without philosophy. Philosophy is nothing without education. Educational philosophy refers to the implementation of basic principles of philosophy about life to the education. with the specific set of aims, belief or value about the educational process. For example, it could either be about the professional attitude of educator or inquiring the basic reason of education. Education and philosophy are quick, interdependent over each other because together it deals with the complete nature of mankind. Philosophy of education not only explains the application of viewpoints of different philosophers regarding educational issues, but provides a necessary platform to philosophers and professors who have a common concern regarding the nature of the education to sustain the dignity for the betterment of human beings. It also takes account of different aspects regarding the development of human personality that may play a crucial role in the establishment for a better educational system such as physical, moral, spiritual, emotional, or psychological development. It serves us by providing the theoretical guideline about the educational system. These guidelines is coming into practice become a permanent source for flourishing whole the educational system. Now philosophy aims to determine so many aspects related to education. For example, the curriculum of education, teaching methods, discipline, teacher and students relationship, administration, etc. First of all, let's discuss the curriculum. So basically, educational philosophies help authorities to design the curriculum according to the current needs, interests, and ability of learners to make them able to achieve their goals. The second aim of philosophy is the implementation of better teaching methods. Philosophy helps in bridging modern technique and adopting certain strategy in teaching process to make it more persuasive and easily comprehensible. Moving further, the third one is discipline. As we all know that discipline is the main foundation of success in every field, either is educational or professional. We also know society is always dynamic because depending upon the time it constantly changes its tradition, culture, value and custom. So in such case, philosophy of education serves as a guiding light for people to recognize the link between their goals and their routine work to develop a critical attitude regarding lives in such manifold society. For instance, theory of idealism, which is considered is an important philosophical work, advocates self-control and strict discipline, social discipline, for beginners a successful member of society. Implementation of educational philosophy is necessary to follow any desirable discipline. Now, let's discuss the fourth aim, which is teacher and students relationship. Well, in this course, different studies have accentuated that having a good and friendly relationship between a teacher and student is a necessity for a smooth educational journey here. Educational philosophy helps us in designing certain strategies for the establishment of a friendly atmosphere between student and teacher, which will influence the whole educational scenario in so many positive ways. For example, it will eventually boost up the confidence level of the learner. As far as the role of philosophy is concerned in administration, here by systemizing new and the old tradition of education, educational philosophy gives a progressive model to administration or other educational planners for preparing youth to face different challenges of the modern era. Here are some examples of educational philosophies though I'll not go in details. Now have a try to see the Malaysian educational system from the lens of educational philosophy. As far as the Malaysian educational system is concerned, it has experienced so many considerable changes over the years. These contents changes, or we can say reform, are executed with a vision to bring betterment in the existing learning or teaching process in educational institutes. For instance, after a long period in new millennium, the education system has been praised to tackle more improvement to deal with the requirement of 21st century education. In Malaysia, education has gained supreme importance. We are moving from economizing on labor production to care economy. Here care stands from knowledge. In this regard, Ministry of Education and Minister of Higher Education ensure that the nation is successfully moving on the route of success, which was distinctly outlined the certain key thrusts in the national mission by term review of 9/2008. Thrust 1. To address the existing socio-economic disproportion constructively and conclusively. This aspect of national mission emphasizes the relationship between the existence of social and economic inequality in Malaysia and the educational system of Malaysia. Thrust 2. To enhance the education, innovation and foster first-class intellect. The Malaysian government has emphasized on new teaching, learning technique in primary, secondary, higher education. For this purpose, teachers were given training because for an incredible knowledge delivery, teacher must adopt certain creative and passionate technique. Teaching method and teachers' performance was frequently observed because teachers play a crucial role in promising the implementation, effectiveness and success of educational delivery in the Malaysian curriculum. Furthermore, the Malaysian curriculum was also reviewed depending upon different educational strategy to fulfill the needs of the current age. To conclude, I would like to say that philosophy of education plays a vital role in the development of education in any country. But as far as Malaysian context is concerned, certain questions still need to be resolved. One of which is either the standard of the science curriculum in Malaysia stand with the curriculum of other countries. Therefore, to critically analyze the quality of Malaysia's curriculum, it should be compared with the curriculum of other countries by using standard educational philosophies. If you find anything more useful and any question, to let me know in the comments box. Thank you.